Hello guys, welcome you all for this end-to-end AIML session where we're gonna have a year-long session. So and then you're gonna learn everything from scratch. So please make sure that you guys have subscribed to this channel so that you can have this entire course in your packet. Yeah. So this entire course is gonna make you to learn everything that you are need to become a successful data scientist. Okay. So yeah, before going for today's session is a continuation of a previous session where we have learned introducing you guys about the visualizations. So make sure you guys have a 100% understanding of whatever we have taught you before. So please make sure that you guys have everything ready, like every understanding of all the previous session. So yeah, we will directly jump into this today's session, like choosing the right visualization for your data. So we are just mentioning, right? So first thing first, what is a data type? Okay, the type of data, like whether it is a categorical, numerical, etc., detects the appropriate visualization technique. So what kind of data types that you are having in the data set, what kind of data type you are having, based on that you need to go for a visualization. Whenever you are having a categorical value, you need to go for a bar chart. So there are different specific things. Whenever there is a numerical value, you need to go for a line chart. There is certain things that you guys need to follow, so that only it is like a standard thing, so you guys need to follow that, so it will be easier for others to follow. Okay, and others to understand also. Next is audience. Consider the audience understanding of data and the message you want to convey. Okay, it's a major thing, guys. Okay, whenever you need you have a member who can understand whatever the data there, then there is no problem of what kind of visualization you need to use, because like they have a proper understanding. So consider me or sir as a client, and you guys are coming and explaining us a visualization. It can be anything, because like for us we can understand the data through the table itself somewhat, when compared to the others we doesn't have any knowledge of visualization. Okay, so but when the client is somewhat different, who is completely from different domain, you need to provide in a manner they can understand, so that you need to include something which they can able to easily predict and understand. Okay, so you should choose your target audience before going for the visualization. So you should visualize in a manner that your target audience are able to understand. Okay, so the next thing is insights, guys. So insights you want to highlight should guide the choice of visualization. Okay, so the end goal of any data analysis is that you need to create a visualization, and the visualization should tell you what is the insight that you need to convey to the client. Okay, so I hope that the visualization gonna give that an insight. The insight you need to project to the client through storytelling. So in that manner, if the client sees the visualization, they should be in a manner that they itself able to understand the insight that you need to convey. Okay, the visualization should be in that form. Okay? Next, tools. So utilize tools that are more flexible and customizable for your data and objective. That's a major thing, guys. There are multiple tools available. I will just list some tools like Matplotlib, Seaborn, which are in Python, and then there is separate tool called as Tableau, and then some tool called as Power BI. There are multiple tools, but you should choose a tool that is flexible for your work, and also the data that you are having, and the client which can be satisfied by using the tool. So it's a very baseline, but like it's a very important thing, guys. So you should choose a tool in very wisely. Okay, based on the data and what client can expect, and how we can convince the client to the visualization. So it's a very basic thing, but you guys need to have a proper understanding of what tools you are using. So these are the things that you can choose the right visualization for your data. Yes sir, over to you.
Yes, so choosing the right visualization for your data. So first is data type. So is it categorical, is it numerical, or whatever? Okay. Discrete the discretes the appropriate visualization. So whatever, is it categorical, is it numerical? So that is what is data type here. Okay. So what kind of data? Data type, what kind of data? Numerical or categorical? So accordingly, you have to use the technique, visualization technique. So you need to understand it properly. Second is audience. Like audience, consider the audience, understand the data and message you want to convey. So according to the audience, you have to have high level of consciousness, I'll say, understanding data and feeling data. It's not only using mind and all. You need to feel the data. You need to think the data. You need to think in a designing manner. Huh? Then you need to understand the audience, and you need to understand even our audience psychology while you're showing your data and visualizations and whatever insights. Then insights you want to highlight should guide the choice of visualization. You need to show insight, you need to present in a manner that the visualization itself should speak, should just give an hint. People should say, oh yeah, this is what I want. Suppose I know what it is, or they need to have that preemptive kind of thing, that proactively they should be expecting that you are going to tell this. So that kind of visualization you need to have. Okay. And tools, you need to use tools that offer flexibility, customization to your data and the objectives you want to achieve. So why you are talking about these data points, whatever, so you need to have that why, what, why, and then how it is going to achieve that objective. Okay. So what is the problem, why you are doing it, because there is a problem, and how you're going to solve the problem. And you need to show everything, what, why, and how in your data visualization. And then using data type, audience, you need to understand audience psychology and their perspective, why they are here, why they want to listen to you, insights, and tools you need to use accordingly.
Yeah, that's the thing. So using these four things, you can able to uh, choose a right visualization for your data. Okay. So uh, let's see what's next. Okay. So interactive and dynamic visualization, guys. This is very important. Okay. Whenever you create a data like visualization, you need to have a dynamic thing. So you should have some filters kind of thing, because like client cannot able to go for a static data and you need to visualize. They sometimes ask you, you will create a data for a year, like for a 5 years, but client will ask the data for 10 years. So then you should not say that I need to again create a visualization. So you should have everything ready, just the client need to use a filters kind of thing, a sliders kind of thing in order to do these things. Okay, let's see how what are the things that makes the data visualization interactive and like dynamic. Okay, first is filter. Allow user to filter the data to focus on a specific aspect. As I'm mentioning, right? Consider we are having 10 years data and we are visualizing only 5 years data, then there is no point. If a client needs some other 5 years data, then what is the point? So you need to just go for 10 years and create a filter which can just optimize the things. Okay, just filtering what, how many years they need. That's it. Next is zooming. Enable closer inspection of detailed information within visualization. Like consider we are giving a chart like dot plot. Okay, so in order to just go for a single point, the we need to give some option called as zooming, so that they can zoom in and they can see the point which is related to that. Okay, related to the visualization. Next is tooltips. Provides additional context on the information when hovering over the data point. So I'm just mentioning a data point, right? Whenever you hover over the arrow onto it, it will get some additional information like labels kind of thing. So this is the data, like this is what the consider. If it is a data of scattering for the length and breadth, it will give the this is what the length, this is what the breadth. So we are having this point here. Okay. Next is animations, guys. So you create engaging experience by showing changes in the data over like time. Okay, you can create some animation, transmission kind of thing. So those things in order to make it more interactive. So you should without you the visualization should speak. So that's a major thing. But keep in mind, you should not overdo the insights. Okay, end goal for us is to create a visualization to make the things workful for the client, not like overdoing anything. Okay, through visualization the client should understand, okay, this is what the data we are having. So through visualization it is very easier for us to understand. Okay, you should not make the client to overdo anything, like you should not confuse the client with the visualization. You should use a simple visualization so that they can understand and they will have a proper understanding of the data whichever that is given to you. Okay, so try to use a simple thing and try to just make it some interaction, so it will be very nice for them to understand. Yes sir, over to you.
Yeah, well said. So interactive and dynamic visualization. Interactive means when you're showing visualization, so it should have the, like, you need to allow users to filter data, focus on specific aspects. So you should not be talking about a lot of things because people don't have time. Time is most important thing. Focus is most, but right now people think time is most, but focus and attention is most valuable asset. So you need to focus on right things so that your time is saved, the others' time is saved. So you need to do that filtering. Zooming, you need to enable closer inspection of detailed information within visualization. So you need to, it should be relevant. You should not pick up visualization which is something else, your data says something else, and you're talking something else. So it should be exactly what you want to show to the client, and it should not be biased also, right? You need to show the right thing. It should not be that you are hiding something and you're not showing. You need to show both the ends, okay? Positives and negatives, highlight both, have a balance of both. Then the client and management will trust you that you have to show real picture. I mean to so say in a lesser visualization, in a lesser way, you need to show the end-to-end picture about that. Tool tips, provide additional context information uh, about the data points. Okay, so if somebody wants to go into detail little more deeper, so provide that. Okay, and then animations, create engaging experience showcasing changes in data over the time. So show visualization that how you've grown, how you've reached to this stage. Started with 100 people, now you're 1,000. Your company has started from 1 million, now we are at 100 million. And like this, you need to show um, how the growth has happened over the time. You can show some animations, so that the audience is uh, like engaged, they are with you 100%, all the people, so they enjoy also. So it's like making serious stuff in a in a in a learning and in an infotainment manner. Okay, so people don't feel bored, they don't feel there's something. So you need to convey, like if you see there is a if you see Flyman is a teacher. He got a Nobel Prize also, Turing Award also. So he's the best teacher in physics. So he'll teach physics in a very physics is very serious, right? But in a very funny manner. You watch his all lectures, and then he was the best teacher. That the person who teaches very serious stuff in a very funny manner relates with life, real life, and that kind of essence in presentation and visualization, if you bring as a data scientist, so even if you bring 10 or 20% of his way in own your own way, like when you're presenting your data through visualization, I think it would be a great thing. So thank you.
Yeah, that's nice you said. Yeah. So moving on. Okay. Storytelling with data visualization. I think we have just explained these things like in the previous session itself, but I think it's very important, guys. So we guys need to tell a story, the engaging story about the data, so that only the client can understand and they will be satisfied with whatever the things that they are given. First is we need to establish the context, introduce a topic and relevant background information. So whenever you have a data, you just not directly need to go to the data and you need to start explaining what are the statistics. No, the client get afraid. So first of all, you need to say what is the background of this, what is the topic of it, what is the background of information. So what are the things? Somewhat you need to explain all the things that you have gone through this data. Okay. Next is present insights, highlight key findings from the data analysis. As sir has mentioned rightly, okay, you should not say all the information. You should say only the key points, so that the client can understand of everything. Okay, so we all doesn't have a like time today. Today time is a very important thing. So You should just give the key points. So from that, client pick up any key point and they will ask the in-depth information about it, then you go for it. Without knowing what the key point is, don't go for elaborate answers. Just have a key point and then go for the elaborate answer. Okay, that's a major thing. Okay, next, draw conclusion. Summarize the implications and insights derived from the data. So at the end of presentation, you should convey, like, okay, if it is stock market data is given to you, you need to convey, yeah, this month is the month you should not invest, and this month is these are the months which you can invest, so that your stock is gonna increase. Okay, so like that conclusion you need to make. Okay, so this is, everything should be done by using storytelling. So I'm just insisting, guys, you again, like, storytelling is a skill. You cannot learn within a session or like 1 or 2 or no, it is a lifelong learning. Okay, you should learn, you should like, you should get skill of storytelling and you should continue to learn. Okay, so it is like a continuous learning process. Okay, the skill storytelling. Okay, yes sir, over to you.
Yeah, storytelling is an ancient process, guys. Storytelling, if you see, if you have seen ancient Greece, those theaters, people will sit and so when there were no cinemas and all. So now, if you want to understand what is storytelling, you see how actors tell story in the movies. Huh? It looks very real, huh? Like as if they are in the particular character and they are like they are acting. But as in when you go in the theater and cinema, and storytelling also has, guys, start, and it has start and you see Steve Jobs, there is a, you pick up his best speeches, huh? You'll see a ECG kind of pattern, like it will start from nothing, then he gains something, then he goes up, then he goes down again, then he's thrown out of company, and then he again joins Apple, then he goes down, he goes, his health goes down, then he goes again up. Then this is how everybody, if you see ECG in life, you can learn a lot of things from ECG. If you're alive, it will go up and down. If somebody is dead, it is flat. So storytelling has ups and downs, ups and downs. Okay, you see movie, so actor or a hero, he's a very good, he helps everybody. Then there is other side, there is a villain, then there is some problem, he goes up, he wins, then he goes down, then again villain comes, he will do something, then it goes up and down till like you will not remember that, oh, I've like, it was so up and down that you spend your 3 hours of your lifetime watching that movie, right? And it's like just some minutes. So storytelling has a complete ups and downs. It has start, it has middle, it has ups and downs, and it has climax. Okay, then at the end of time, maximum times, hero wins. And then you clap. And everybody claps in the cinema hall that, oh, that hero is the great, he has won everything. And then so sometimes hero loses, but maximum times hero wins. So here, well, how we can apply that thing in as a data scientist, as a AI researcher, make the boring numbers very interesting, okay, through storytelling. So establish context. You have to tell the context and introduce the topic, relevant background information. You can also tell a story which is relevant according to the data. Okay, and then people can relate. Storytelling is very, you can even uneducated person, if you tell a story and through your storytelling skills, you can convey the same message as you will with hi-fi jargons of data science, you will tell to somebody. Okay, so uh, present insights, highlight the key findings for the data analysis. Okay, you need to find the key findings, highlight the key findings. data analyst and present those insights, which are very important, which are connected to the objective, problem statement, and the objective you want to achieve. So you have to show those insights, draw the conclusion, summarize point by point, not in detailed, but in a summary, briefly, you need to summarize the insights which are driven from the data. And that is the most important work of a data scientist, to bring insights from the data, which is boring, which is very unstructured. You do cleaning, you do pre-processing, you do classification, you build models, you clean, you do all the stuffs, and then you get to a point where you extract the insights, deep underlining hidden insights from the data, and you present it through your conclusion, and you draw conclusion and you present it. This is how you have to do it, combining different elements, understanding psychology, empathy, understanding a lot of human factor, and combining with data and telling in a storytelling manner.
Yes, like
Yes.
so. Yes, as sir is discussing, like it should be very like in a manner that it will be understandable by everyone. Okay, so yes, sir. Continue with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So this is it from my side. Yeah, we can move.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, as sir is explaining, like the storytelling is very important, right? So as I'm also just explaining, so the storytelling is a skill, guys. So I'm just saying, uh, just learn it, and if you have it, it is like a great skill. Okay. So yeah. So next thing, guys. So what are the best practices and trends in data visualization? Okay. So first thing first, data-driven designs. Okay, ensure visualizations are driven by the data and not aesthetics. So the thing is, you should create visualization for data. Okay, not for creating data for visualization. Okay, so you need to have a visualization. Whatever the data you are doing, you should not create all the visualizations for that. Okay, so you should have in a mind like I'm gonna create the visualization so that my data can be represented very easily to the client. That's it. Accessibility, design visualization that are accessible to all users, including those with disabilities. Okay, um, sometimes there are persons who have some disabilities, so they should also able to understand it. Next is mobile friendly approach. Optimize visualization for mobile friendly devices. Okay, to ensure readability on different screen sizes. So this is a very important thing. Whenever you create a slide or create a visualization, it should be handled by all kind of like sizes, all kind of ratios. It can be viewed by tablet. It can be viewed in the cell phones, mobile phones, or it should be viewed in the laptop, desktop, everything. Okay, it should be very clear, and it should be understandable by everything. Okay. Next is AI, so artificial intelligence, exploring use of AI for automatic data visualization. Like guys, today all the visualization are done by AI only. Okay, you just need to give the insights and AI itself creating a data visualization. But whether it is right or wrong, that is a decision that is made by the data scientist. Okay, so that's a major thing. So these are the best practices and trends that we are having in data visualization. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Yes. So data best practices for data visualization, and like best practices, trends, and data visualize. So these are the best practices. Data driven design. So I was saying product development and innovation. That is again the same thing. We drive design from data. Okay, we again do primary research, secondary research. So because ultimately we are solving problems and we are designing products and services. That is the ultimate goal, guys. That's it. We are There is no other goal. We are solving problems. Okay, we are developing solutions. Okay, so ensure the visualization are driven by data, not aesthetics. Okay, so that is what your whatever your data is telling the story without speaking. Okay, you need to have the skills to understand the language of data through visualization, so that data telling the story using different methods of data science and not the aesthetics. Not the aesthetics means the outer shininess, okay, the outer feel and look. No, it should be from the data, from the core, okay. Then accessibility, design visualization that are accessible to users, including those who are accessibility. If you have seen all the buildings, they have accessibility signs, right? So accessibility is inclusivity. You need to understand others' perspective, people who are blind, people who are disabled, they have this problem, that problem. So you have to consider all the things while you're designing a visualization. You have to understand that, okay, so that they also understand. You have to show with signs somebody is not listening, okay. So how you are going to, so your visualization should show that kind of uh, visual impact effects so that they also understand. So you have to think from baseline. That person who is not able to, when I will speak, he will not be able. So is my visualization showing those elements of the data which the even the person who can't listen to my voice will be able to understand? And if somebody is not able to see, so am I able to speak that way so that the person who is not able to see, he can visualize? Right. That also you need to understand. That's a very deeper thing. That through your words, somebody visualizes in his brain. That's a different kind of visualization, guys. Okay. So that will come when you are visualizing the data in your mind, and then you're speaking from that level of intelligence, and that first it begins with you. So are you able to visualize the data in your mind so that the other person will be able to, because then you'll speak from that level, okay, that frequency. So that's a different kind of uh, thing, okay. So which you need to develop that skill. So mobile first approach, optimizing visualization for data devices to ensure readability on different screen sizes. So you need to understand how it is working on Mac, how it is working on desktop, how it is working on Apple, or if it is working on iPhone, how it is working on Android, how it is working on iPad, how it is working on so you need to see that TV. So that kind of consciousness systems thinking you need to have, okay, when it comes to visualization. You need to test it, your presentation that way, okay. Then you need to find mean. For that, what is the best so that it will be fit for all, okay. That's what you have to do. Then comes AI, exploring using AI, automating data visualization tasks. So nowadays, with different tools, they are giving you a lot of insights, but then you need to use human uh, thinking, humanness into it, and then present accordingly. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, like, it's a great explanation, sir. So yeah, guys, like that's it for all about data visualization, guys. Just think of it in a manner like whenever the data is given to you, you need to visualize the data. That's your job, but like visualize in the manner that the person who doesn't know about visualization they can understand. And as Sir is mentioning, you should follow some guidelines before visualizing the data. You should have a proper guidelines. These are the things that I can visualize. These are the things that I can do, and these are the things that I can get the license and then I can do. So those things, and storytelling is a very very important thing. So you guys need to have that skill, and yeah, we are here to help you for that. So yeah, guys.
I'll I'll give
Yeah, yeah.
one story. I'll tell one story. There were two uh, two-person who were
Yes.
blind from. They were three brothers actually. One was
So
like he can
yeah, these
see.
are the things. So storytelling is a very important thing that we will be having. Yeah. So these are the best practice. Yeah.
Okay, so I was
Yeah.
saying that. Uh,
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
so I was saying that there is a story that there were three brothers, and one of them was able to, he can hear and he can see. The two brothers were not able to see. Okay. So what happened that this brother will say, oh, um, that he got a kheer, kheer with lot of rice and lot of dry fruits. They make kheer, okay? So he got that sweet dish. So he got from somewhere, and then he showed to his two brothers who were from birth, they were blind, okay? So he tried to explain that what is this kheer? So he said it is white. So they said, oh, what is white? We don't understand what is white. So there is a duck. So duck is white. He said, oh, duck is white. So then they will like they will try to understand in a different manner. Duck is white. So they don't understand what is white. So then he said, oh, it is not, duck is not white. It is, then they will go and touch the duck and say, oh, it is so soft. White is soft. No, white is not soft. So then they will say, oh, it is crooked. Is white crooked? Like in a up and down and all. So what is the moral of this story is, guys, when somebody doesn't understand anything, that means he doesn't understand. You, as a data scientist, as a researcher, it is your job to make the people who don't understand, even they are educated, they don't understand. So you have to make them understand, as if they don't know, they are deaf, they are blind, they don't know anything. You need to prepare your project and presentation and visualization according to that the other person doesn't know anything. I have to make them understand in just 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, you have to make them understand for a project which you have worked for 6 months. So that is a skill, that how you're going to communicate with your visualization and storytelling in 20 minutes or 30 minutes of 6 months project. That is art, guys. That is art, science, data science, AI, ML, everything. If you have that skill, you are successful. You will learn all these algorithms, applying automation, AI, ML. But main job of a data scientist is, this is the main job, guys. Presenting your project in a manner that the other person doesn't know anything, and for 6 months old project, 1 year old project, you have to explain in 20, 30 minutes, and they should also understand 99%. That is, there should be output also for your input, right? So how is your function, like input, function, and output? Again, here we can apply whatever project you have done, function, how you're going to uh, present, and through your presentation, that is function. Okay, and then they should understand the output, like how much they understood. You need to also measure that. You need to ask questions, you need to ask, rephrase that. Okay, can somebody tell me how you understood whatever I explained? That's another way, guys, because so that if somebody doesn't understand, they will understand, right? Sometimes, okay, we are not having so much of experience, you can ask cross question, then they will say, oh, we understand this, whatever you said, main highlight points, these are the main insights. You also know this much, three things you said right, one is not right, and you clarify, and that is another level. Sometimes we have to check our whatever performance we have done, so based on the feedback. So kindly write in the comment section, guys. You have to give us feedback also about our storytelling and the way we are teaching. Same thing you have to do here. So tell us how we are doing it, and write in the comment section how you like and how, where we can improve. Subscribe the channels, and also uh, uh, go through all the sessions 5 to 10 times, absorb the information, digest the information, apply the information, and change your life and solve the big problems, become an entrepreneur, startup, or a person who will solve the problems and you build your career and give us feedback. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. We will all meet in the next session. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Take care.